Some of the reasons we started homeschooling, um, our youngest was in kindergarten, middle was in fourth grade, and our oldest was in eighth grade. And I had been thinking about it for a while um, because I thought maybe there's another way, because I personally think learning is amazing. And in a classroom, teachers do the best they can with, however many students they have. Um, but I always pictured, like, a kid getting to sit by a river with this, mentor talking about lots of different things. Anyway, just an image I had. Um, the final straw was my youngest in kindergarten, who had an amazing kindergarten teacher, by the way. Amazing, loved her. But one of the things they, was kind of required was to learn to draw. And so, she was doing the lesson plan, the teacher was, that she needed to do. And I was in the classroom that day, and I saw my daughter break into tears because she couldn't draw, I don't know, the shape or something exactly like was being taught. And I thought, all this pressure to draw something that she's probably not ready to draw yet. And then my middle one in fourth grade, who is super creative and very outgoing, talkative, was starting to feel bad about herself because her creativity didn't fit in with the different groups, that were forming, the social groups in her grade. So, and I kept running into people that homeschool, and I just was so drawn to this idea that, we finally took the leap. So I just think that this idea that kids all need to learn a certain thing at a certain age doesn't make any sense. It feels arbitrary. And I understand why it has to be done in public school, because you have to build on things to get to the next step of what you're learning. So if you're going to learn something in third grade, you need to learn the thing in second grade that's going to be the foundation for the thing in third grade. So I understand that. But what's amazing about homeschool is you don't have to have any timeline at all. Believe it or not. I know that sounds radical, but you don't. Because kids will naturally learn when they're ready to learn something. Okay? So I always had this thought, like, we don't take a bunch of babies in a room at 14 months and say, okay, we're all going to learn to walk now. Right? That doesn't make sense. Well, that's how I feel about, okay, we're all going to learn to read right now. We're all going to learn multiplication right now. Things like that. So homeschooling it's so wonderful, it's so freeing, because you don't have to do that. And kids thrive when they can learn things when they're ready for them.